is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 55. Kind of fresh off of vacation, I guess. Not really, though. Spent some time in Houston. So we didn't have an episode last week or the week before, just because I wanted to give myself just some time to kind of think of some new ideas for the podcast and things like that. And then also eventually we'll be moving out of here.
I was like, did Calvin move? I hope he didn't move because he didn't tell me he moved.
Not yet. Not yet. So I've been working on getting that done and, starting over again. But we did spend some time in Houston, tried a couple of different places, more than a couple, I guess. We tried, 2 places every day that we were there.
I'm surprised it wasn't 3.
It would be 3 if I just cared about having breakfast. I had a whole itinerary when we got there. I was like, we need to go here, here, here. At least every time we went to go get something to eat, it was 30 to 40 minutes ago.
I mean, I like to eat, but
I feel like you have to eat in Houston.
Yeah.
You have to.
I only want to go to Houston just to eat. I don't care about anything else they got going on.
Facts. I still want to try the aquarium restaurant. I really wanted to try it.
I've just seen that.
You have to have reservations or get there when they open.
Yeah, I know.
Because I know they had a line last time. I was like, what is that for?
Yeah, it's just the way it's structured is you have to go through the amusement park, then the aquarium, and then you get to go to wherever the restaurant is. Not that you have to do all those first or whatever, but it's a long walk. I did my research.
I think it's by the Stingrays.
I think that's the thing
I can remember. It's by the Stingrays.
But I wanted to eat there, but somebody doesn't like fish, and I didn't think it would be I didn't think it'd be very appropriate to take someone to a restaurant where there's mad fish swimming around.
Oh man,
they don't have chicken tenders.
Not the food, just she don't like fish swimming.
You're surrounded by fish. People are eating fish. You're just like.
Yeah, I didn't think it was appropriate.
Yeah. I'm looking at them. Okay, I like looking at fish, but.
There was mad fish.
Licking while eating. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I do want to try that restaurant. I've heard the food's not that great, but...
It's for the aesthetic, I guess.
I'll take a few... What? I'll take a few pictures in there. Pretend I was there for a while. We probably should have just went and not ate. We'd pretend. Not even that. Just pretend. That's what we tend to do this.
They're so you're going to order something with water?
No, just water, please. So give me the water from the fucking fish tank and shit.
So what was your top restaurant when you were there?
I can tell you what my worst one was.
Oh, man.
This goddamn Waffle Bus.
It wasn't worth the hype?
No.
Because I'm looking at the list.
Because we're sitting looking at these pictures, and I'm like, ooh, look at those sliders with the fries.
But then I'm like, it would look kind of dry, though.
The burger, right? The burger definitely does.
Mike. Speaking to the mic. Mike. But yeah, this is something I don't know if I saw it on TikTok, but people have been sharing it like crazy. Oh, this is the shit. This is this. And I was like, okay. Anytime I go to a restaurant for the first time, I always order multiple things. I think you spent $70 at Waffle Bus.
I would have to. That sounds appropriate. Chicken and waffle sandwich. What is that?
What is the sauce?
Is that Big
on
Mac
it?
sauce?
Spicy mayo.
Raising cane sauce?
It's better than Raising Cane's. I'll say that much. But it was really good. I don't remember where I got. What did I get?
Oh Lord!
I know you got some free pebble thing or something like that, right?
I did get that shit.
A waffle?
Made me sick.
What's on the sweet stuff? Because I have a sweet tooth.
I like salty, sweet and savory.
My stomach is different for dessert.
I didn't even know they had desserts.
Ooh.
I didn't even look at them.
That's the first thing I look at when I go to a restaurant.
Oh man, I can never get there.
I will take it home if I have to.
But it was cool. I mean, I just
know.
Now that I'm looking at it, it's given. I can do this at home.
I wouldn't go again. That's what.
Oh, is that what she got?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it good?
Wait,
I don't like stuff with a lot going on.
is there fruity pebbles just sitting on top of
Yeah.
it?
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's mixed in, but there's a bunch that looks like it's sitting on top.
Yeah.
That's a
I
no.
had to try it for the experience, one time for the culture.
Okay.
that
One
Nice
time for the
pictures.
culture.
And it was
Was it
given-
sweet?
It was given, bitch, you didn't eat this.
Oh man.
It wasn't worth it.
Stomach fucked up the whole week.
Just put her business out there like that.
That much anymore, and it was like, bitch, what the fuck did you just give me?
Oh
Like,
man.
I think I did the I did the sliders.
How was that?
That looks.
It was, I don't know, maybe the fries weren't as fresh as they would probably normally be. I think that might have been a factor too. I got that too, right?
What is
Chicken
that?
thunder
Yeah,
fries.
I got that, and then the
Season.
waffle sliders.
Ooh, ancho
Was it
chili
dry?
honey butter.
Yeah, the
It
fries
was
were
dry?
dry. Yeah,
There you go, fryer.
Oh, like
looks
they
kinda
make them in
dry.
bulk and they kind of just sit there.
yeah.
Oh, that looks like a lot of chicken for a fry.
That
It probably wouldn't look like that in real life. Because I know the one I got was the burger, which was that one, which is like a little
Oh, that
small
looks-
patty with fries on top.
like one bite.
Interesting.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't go again, but I mean, I thought, and maybe, again, it might have been like we didn't probably get the freshest. And it took 45 minutes to get home, so I mean, get to the hotel, so I don't fucking know.
Where did you stay?
In Katy.
That's why.
Okay.
I would prefer to stay in Katy than Houston.
I
Really?
stayed at the Galleria.
I usually stay up north, like Humble.
I never heard of Humble until last year. I was
Humble,
like, where is
Texas.
that
Right, yeah.
at? Is it nice?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are definitely like places around in Houston that are nice. It's just a regular
Katy's
area.
nice. I went to the coolest mall in Katy. Like, I don't know why it's cool. This is so lame of
The
me to say
Katy
this.
Mills Mall?
Yeah. What's not cool about it? Did you walk the whole thing?
I've never been, but it gives me
Then what do you want?
it gives me like
Then
they're
why did you make that
closed.
face?
It gives me like we're closed.
No, it's huge.
It gives me Highland Mall when they were closing.
Oh
no,
man.
it's definitely not that. It's way more shit in there than
RP
that.
to
Okay.
Highland Mall.
Rest in peace.
Oh, nostalgic. Oh my gosh, we gotta go down that funny hole.
Yeah, but I like them all. They had a Ross in there.
Ross, Marshall,
Five Below
Oh, okay.
in the mall. I was like,
Full
okay.
Arcade.
It's giving shopping center.
Inside, it was lit. Food court was. We usually have like a carousel in the middle of the food court.
Okay.
And like the bungee jumping, like.
In the food court, just mad kid skin, like just floating everywhere while you eating your food and shit.
Like kids skin.
Sanitary, hell no. But it was cool.
Okay.
It was cool. Waffle Bus definitely was the worst out of the meals I tried there. I think went to the really this. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the shopping center is called, but there's like this Asian center town thing that they have, and like just nothing but like Asian, Korean, Japanese, Chinese restaurants all over the place, like literally all over the place. We went to this place called Golden Dumpling. Really good dumplings that I had that were fried. I didn't like the soup ones. Them shits was not okay. But you fuck with them.
They were good because I like the soup dumplings.
I like them.
I wasn't
What
a
did
fan.
you like about them?
It didn't taste the way I wanted it to taste.
It was giving you doughy.
No, they were quality
Was it
dumplings.
the flavor,
Okay.
like the soup in it?
It may have been that.
It may have been just a
Because I think there was seafood
Yeah.
in it too. I don't like seafood dumplings.
Okay. But you like it.
He likes everything else, but seafood dumplings is a problem.
I don't like seafood
She
dumplings.
did like quick eye roll and everything.
I don't like seafood dumplings. I don't like the ones at that place over here that we went to that ghost kitchen that had them. I think it was shrimp and rice. I don't know what it was. I don't like those either. But yeah,
I liked them at both.
That's what matters. Is
Yeah.
that Robin liked them.
I guess.
I trust Robin's taste buds. Yours gets a little too fancy.
How my taste buds are not fancy at all. These side eyes. But yeah, it was called the Golden Dumplings. Really good. Other than the soup dumplings for me, I like the regular dumplings that we dumplings that we got. I think it was like pork and then chicken. I don't remember, and they were cheap as fuck too. They got like 30 dumplings for like
Really?
$24.
40?
No, 30.
Oh,
almost
still.
30 for like $24.
Oh my gosh.
They were big size.
Yeah, they were big as fuck too.
Did y'all finish them?
In 2 days. Well, I ate that day and then like the next day. I think you
Okay.
ate some of them. I don't know.
It's a lot. And I get full fast sometimes. And those I probably have like 7 maybe.
Oh, okay.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, they were probably the biggest ones I've personally seen, and they were really cheap as well.
And they
So
were probably stuffed
Dang.
good too.
you were watching the guy like do them, like he was
Oh.
like stuffing
Alex.
It's called
Yeah.
Golden what?
golden
Golden
dumpling.
dumpling? Because I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to go now.
That whole shopping center area is like, not shopping center. Well, there is a food court there, but it was really nice. tons of restaurants, and it's not just one plaza. Like they have the whole area on lock. Like easily 20, 30 restaurants in that not little, but that area, easily. But yeah, the golden dumpling was dope. What else? Oh, the Post. We went to the Post. Can you do the Post thing? Is it up there? I can't. There's a glare. So the Post is like, I think it used to be a mall, or maybe it used to be some kind of campus, but they basically gutted it out and just put like 20 to 15 restaurants in there.
Dang.
So show up hungry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There were so many options. We didn't end up eating there just because there was so much shit. Like I probably would have wanted to try everything.
Probably have a heart attack because like when you go to like a restaurant where there's like a lot of options and you're hungry and you're just like, oh my god,
like the Cheesecake Factory.
I'm
like,
I don't like the Cheesecake Factory.
I like it, but I'm like, oh my god, it's too much.
Yeah.
I get the same things. I don't like reading the book.
Too much shit, but like I guess there's concerts that are had there, and I guess there's a music venue attached to it. But like it's a cool little area. You literally can grab your food, go up to the rooftop, and there's like tons of chairs, so you're not sitting by nobody. You can just be on your own little vibe, looking over the downtown.
Just imagine somebody being there all day.
You could be there all day. Honestly,
they got hungry, they would just go somewhere else.
Okay. Where's the dessert spot at?
They have desserts in there too. They have like cotton candy and shit. It reminds me of, but I would like them to have something like this here in Austin one day. We got space.
We would like that, but we know that probably would never work.
Yeah, fuck Zilker Park. Just put that shit in the middle. But they have a ton of restaurants in there. Literally, and they even have like high-end restaurants too. Oh. Like not just like grab and go. Like you sit down. They had an oyster bar in there. Oh. Like it was cool. So yeah, flour ice cream. You want some flour ice cream?
I would have went there because of the purple cone. For the aesthetic.
And that's the
street
place.
Bar. Oh, the seafood market. Looks good. There goes the dessert. Some dessert.
Lucy Pearls. That looks dry. I like these names though. Supreme. Rolling Fatties.
It's a cotton candy.
Yeah. Sweets with L&L.
Soy Pinoy.
I didn't even see that over there.
It was like in the middle. They had like some games, and then they had like a cotton candy place in the middle because it like wraps around, and then there's places in the middle as well.
Crepes. I love crepes.
Crepes are for fancy people, yo.
IHOP has crepes.
Hey, IHOP is for the fancy. But yeah, definitely I would recommend checking out the Post. It wasn't too crowded. Even like going upstairs to the out area, like the overview of the city. There was a lot of people up there, but there's a ton of space.
And they're open pretty late, looks like, too.
I think it was like 9 or 10 or something like that.
9 or 10.
Yeah, like there's like a whole AstroTurf up there as well. Like people were playing like games and shit.
I'm gonna have to go like when school's in session.
Yeah, there's mad kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I have a kid, but I don't like being around a lot of other kids.
Just me and my kid.
Yeah.
For sure.
I didn't even know it was that big. We didn't even walk around the whole thing.
It's too hot for that.
It was too hot for that. Okay, yeah, I think we only walked along that.
Right here, and then we came, and it looks like in this area over here, I think. And then all this was back here. One of the two. There was an open area somewhere.
Yeah, it was cool. You guys gotta go for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make that a week thing. Just try different restaurants and wrong place in Houston.
X. And it is literally like downtown, like literally right across the street from the aquarium. Like you can see it to the right, I think. I don't know if that's the aquarium or not, but yeah, it's dope.
Huh. It looks nice. I need to further my aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would like to go at night
Ooh.
to see it.
Yeah, didn't eat anything there from food standpoint. You just didn't see anything that like stuck out.
Okay.
And we had just got there. That was the first stop.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm ready to actually just go back to the goddamn hotel.
I want to lay down. I just want to lay down.
And then I think that was it. We tried the what's it called? House of Pies. It's like an IHOP but with pies. It's like a Waffle House, IHOP, but they make their own pies and shit.
Do they have a menu?
Yeah.
I my favorite pie is a pecan pie. It's my favorite pie.
I never tried it, so I can't sit there and say.
Really?
I can't judge it. I don't know it. I just don't like. I don't like
You know what's crazy?
pecans.
Really?
What you like, crepes?
Yes, I do.
Like, I like sweet potatoes, but I do not like sweet potato pie.
Right. I mean, I'll eat it, but I'm like,
I can't do it.
See,
oh, I love me a buttermilk pie.
They wouldn't even let me buy. Like, you can't order online there. You have to go in restaurant.
Oh, the ghetto.
Because I tried to order a slice over the phone. Like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, bet.
If you don't have the technology, just say that.
I mean, it actually worked in our favor because the food came out pretty quickly.
Oh, they have food there too. That's right.
Yeah, it's like a not lunch. It's like a breakfast thing.
Oh, that all looks good. French black bottom. What's in that?
Black bottoms? I don't know.
I'm scared.
What you got the peach? I got the peach thing.
Are the slices a decent size?
Yeah, pretty average.
Oh, pretty average.
Like your average slice of...
Like a regular slice, like I would serve. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Houston was cool.
Not the church slice,
What's the church slice?
where it's like this big.
Oh, it's like a straight line.
Yeah.
I'm trying to share.
that was pretty
Where your job gets you pizza and like, everyone has to get a slice, so they
Yeah.
cut that shit.
They could
super thick.
have sliced in half.
Yeah. What do you guys do when you're in Houston? Like, what are some places you guys visit frequent if you do go frequently? I know you don't, but
I don't go frequently.
Really? Oh, there's this place called Mambo's that it's like a fish market or something.
Okay.
But they have like a restaurant in it, and it is so. It's I don't know if I want to call it Mexican because it's not necessarily because it's like fish. But they have these like this fried fish that they have, and they have this mambo sauce. It's like a garlic, almost like I wouldn't say like the sauces that they do with like crawfish boils, but it has something like, you know, like rosemary and all that stuff. It is so good. And I go there and I'll get micheladas and stuff.
oh, so it's like a Mexican seafood market thing. There's a lot of those have been popping up lately. There's one literally right up the street. I've been wanting to go, but every
The
time
one by Applebee's?
No, there's one like right on the corner here.
Okay, because they have one over by Applebee's.
Are they open?
They are open.
Okay.
There used to be just a regular like Mexican restaurant. Now they're like the seafood version. So all those kind of dishes that they have, like probably fried fish. Was it like the whole fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have that kind of stuff there. I want to go, but every time I go by there's like 2 people in there.
Really?
Like every day.
I'm like,
See, the ones I go to are always packed. It's always like we're trying to fight like to get at the bar.
Oh yeah, they're
It's
not doing
really
that. They're
good.
gonna welcome you in. Hey, there's plenty of space. You choose your seat type shit.
I'm sure there is because ain't nobody there.
So I'm always scared about that, but I said I'm gonna try it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna order a bunch of shit and see. What do you,
I went to the state fair once and they were pretty good.
in Houston?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's a restaurant.
I didn't know the state fair was in Houston. I thought it was in Dallas.
I know it's in Dallas. But it's in Houston. No, you're thinking about like the actual state fair.
Is this not the state fair? Is the state
It's
fair?
a restaurant called State Fair.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
I was like, I didn't know that. I would rather go there than Dallas to go to the state fair.
the food I had the Gulf Trash, which was like macaroni and cheese with crawfish, crab, shrimp, and sausage. It was pretty good. They have like a margarita flight, fancy margaritas, which
fancy.
I'm fancy.
Fancy. For the crepe on the
But
side?
I think you would have liked it.
I think we had this conversation because I love a good flight. I think we had this conversation.
I think so. And I'm like, unless it's too fancy, I'm like, I don't know what that flavor is.
What's too fancy? Like, what's a flavor you look at and be like, nah.
I don't like mango, but that's just me.
Okay.
But like if you go to like more exotic fruits, I'm like, I don't know what that tastes like.
Like dragon fruit?
Yeah, because I tried that and I was like, this tastes like uncolored watermelon.
Oh no. I didn't know the watermelon
Okay.
tastes like color.
I guess I I could see.
Like you take the flavor out
It's
the
like it's
watermelon.
almost, but it doesn't really have that ending of the watermelon.
You're expecting it to
that
taste
flavor.
like that because of
like
texture.
juicy and all that.
Yeah.
Yes, the texture. But then you taste it's kind of like,
It wasn't ready. It wasn't right.
yeah. I was like,
Not yet a watermelon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like passion fruit. I'll eat that, but beyond that, I'm like, no.
No fucking with it.
Jackfruit, I'm like, I don't even know how to open that.
Oh my gosh, I tried because I was vegan for a little bit, and and you know that's the fad. Like when you start, that's one of the things
Jackfruit.
that they are talking about all the time.
Pulled
And I'm like,
pork,
you know what?
jackfruit.
Yes.
I'm doing so good at being a vegan right now. I'm gonna try, and like I'm hyping myself up, and I open it, and the first thing I like open it up, and I'm just like, like what is this? And so I'm doing like a recipe I found, and so I'm doing the recipe, and I'm so excited. I'm like, all these flavors and like the smell, the aromas, and I'm cooking it, and it's like like the pork sliders that people talk about. And so I did it, and I made my slider or whatever, and I bite into it, and it was just. I questioned my whole existence at
Girl,
that
it was
point
nasty.
because I was like, because I'm like I cook all the time, but I'm like I don't know what I did to this, but this is not like because they are really hyping it up and they're just like
This is so good.
flavorful, and I'm just like, oh, these look so good, and so I'm hyping myself up the whole time, and I'm eating it. And I'm like, this is
some bullshit.
This is not.
I want my money back.
Like, oh my god, threw that whole thing away. Didn't
And they're
even
not cheap either. So
I know, I
and
remember.
I threw the whole thing away. So I was like, oh my gosh.
That's tough. We did one. There was one other place we went to. Why don't you tell me?
The Korean barbecue place.
Yeah.
Ooh, which one?
I don't know the name.
Lord.
Because I go to a Korean barbecue place down in Houston. I
Korea House?
love it. No, that's not it. It's something with a SH. It's in the district.
There's mad districts. Maybe. No,
called?
no,
I
there's
know
those like Asian areas
the
everywhere.
signs have like the
Chinese
script
writing?
in there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton. Like, there's plants all over Houston with like huge areas of just food. Like, we were there, and I was like, "Dang, why don't black folks got a lot of shit like this?"
What Austin got something like that?
Because I seen
We
a
do.
post.
Austin does have a Koreatown.
Really?
No, I mean like
Oh.
where it's
A
just like
culture.
food.
Yeah.
Oh,
I seen a post, and I still have not been able to forget it to this day. And it was like Austin is the white people's Atlanta.
They lied.
that's the truth. This is where the white folks come. This is where the jobs are for them.
I got it now. Yeah.
I was like,
I was like,
That's the name of the episode.
white folks Atlanta.
oh my gosh. And I love Austin, and I was just like,
I hate it here.
It's the truth.
really?
I'm trying to move.
I'm moving to Houston.
I wanted to move to Houston too, but I got a new
I'm
job,
gearing
so
up.
there's that.
Houston's legit. It's just too much.
There's always something that
Outskirts, more like the outskirts.
no.
Okay.
Okay, so I've been wanting to move to Dallas. Again, long story, not for this podcast.
Okay.
No, talk about it. With your daddy hat on.
No,
With your daddy hat on, you gotta speak the truth.
I can't. So I ended up going. I was like, let's just move to Houston. I like the culture, I like the atmosphere. It's vibing. Like it's us. I like us sometimes. And then I'm like, this close, girl. I'm like looking for jobs, looking for places, looking for schools. And then just like something, there's always something on the back of my head that's like, girl, just stay here.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. Do I want to move? So I might die here.
Maybe not,
I hope not, because I don't want to live here no more.
Maybe not.
I don't want to live in Austin no more. I'm over it.
Yeah, I can't even think of the name of the place, but it was called what?
Jen Korean barbecue.
Jen.
Jin. Yeah. It was cool. It's one of the Korean barbecue places where you like just go get your own meat. You don't have to wait for a server and things like that.
Oh, okay. Mine waited for a server.
Yeah, I like the waiting for the server thing if you really don't feel like doing anything. But if you just go get all the shit you really want and just put it at your table, you don't got to get up.
Well, they bring it over, but they have like those, the bars, and it's just like so much stuff to where when the meat comes, you're just like,
All the vegetables and shit.
yeah, and they have like shrimp and like the fish cakes and stuff. It's really good.
Fish cake.
It's like a fish
Like a
chicken
crab
nugget.
Yeah.
It's like a fish chicken nugget. Sometimes they're fried, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes they're fried, sometimes they're not fried. Steamed.
Okay. Sounds nasty.
It depends on if you get them like in a really
it's good
good
in
fish.
some broth.
Yeah. Put it in like a hot pot.
It's really good.
I don't have a hot pot.
Go get one. I can tell you exactly.
what?
Go get a hot pot. Go get the bowl. You go to H Mart in Cedar
yeah.
Park. Grab you one. They have broths already there. All you gotta do is put some water in it. Let it boil. Get all your veggies, all your vegetables, and get all your meats. They have the meat sliced thin there. You can just grab.
So
a whole
I'm
thing.
making pho at this point.
No.
It's like cooking as you're doing it, because once it's done,
How do you
like
pronounce it?
Pho.
Pho?
yeah.
Pho.
How are pronouncing it pho?
It's whatever you want to call it. I don't
A
care what you
guy
call
in the
it.
Navy, he told me. A guy I met in the Navy.
Pho. I want some pho.
There's some good right up the street. It used to be Pho Dan. Now that no, what was it called? It's called something else, but now they just did a whole rebrand. So I don't even know if they still sell it, to be honest.
They have a place called Fuck King down the street. Or down
I
off
would
of-
go there for the name.
Yeah. That's right. They
Is
have
that
some
the
good
one that was
stuff.
up the street?
It's where is this?
Off of Palmer on this corner?
Yeah.
They changed their name.
Did they?
Yeah, they rebranded. It's actually pretty good.
But the name was better.
No, not really. Can't eat the name, yo.
But I would have went there for the name. Like, oh, let's go to Flo King.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it's all about marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably changed that because of that.
Probably.
But it's been there forever, so it's not like they had that name for like a month or two.
Yeah.
Like, it's been years, so
Somebody got offended.
probably. Yeah, that was it. That's all the food that I tried in Houston. What was that? We went to somewhere in Dallas that I really liked, and I can't.
Was
think
it
of something.
Plano?
I love me some Plano, yo. I love this. I like the towns outside of the towns. Like I like Plano, that's right out of Dallas.
It's far.
But like, Round Rock should be that, but it sucks. Like Round Rock should be the Katy or the Plano of the major city, but Round Rock sucks. Balls.
I like Round Rock, but
I mean,
food wise,
I went to. I didn't know they had a downtown.
girl, it's
Oh,
like
that-
this big.
Yeah, well,
That's
but
what
it
the
was
white people
cute.
be.
Like I was like, oh, this is cute. I thought it was cool
It
I
is
went
cool.
one time. Went one time.
because I just thought it was just houses, really.
I went there and I had a blonde wig. That's the first time I wore a blonde wig, and the last time was that.
And you
it's
went-
kind of tight. Yeah, hurt my head.
Yikes. God, I can't think of the place. But anyways, you guys go ahead and introduce yourself 45 minutes in. It's only been 30, but yeah, just tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you've been on before. You
Miss
gotta-
me?
Jesus. You kind of just explain like who you are. I know you're into fashion and things like that. Let's just jump into it.
Okay, well, I'm aware. I'm Aware the Designer. I'm the CEO of Aware Fashion Design, where I specialize in wedding and wedding party attire. I believe I continue the custom experience. I feel a lot of times when we have these special occasions, a lot of people, spend all this money just for the perfect music, the perfect songs, who can sit with who, and then they go buy from the rack. That somebody has already
Make it
worn,
make sense.
and somebody has already had that moment in that outfit, and they and
Oh,
it
like people
becomes
resell their
You're in
wedding
hand-me-downs.
dresses?
no, like
Some do.
like bridal shops, they have a lot of the same dress for
Oh.
one size. So a person size 2 can also get the same dress as a person as a size 16. And what that does is it becomes a who wore it best because somebody has already worn that dress. And when I do my designs, I want everybody to have that special moment and be one of a kind. And even though you bring your inspiration, I want to let you know that it will not be like this. It will be exactly what you want it to be. Because when people have those inspo pictures, they go to the bridal shops and they're looking at the model. And they put that dress on it, and it's nothing of what they thought. Mm-hmm. And I want them to know that when you design your dress, you're designing it on what you want, and we make it fit to you. So yeah.
Ooh, don't let me be your fiance. Sparkles.
So yes.
Prepare to be sick of me.
How'd you get into it? Was that something that you went to school for? Something you picked
I've
up?
been into fashion for a very long time. I started sewing a while ago when I was younger, and my grandpa told me that I should be a lawyer because I talked a lot. And, you know, that stuck with me. I stopped sewing. And history, learning all that stuff, I loved it. I loved learning new stuff. I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so interesting. But when we would get quizzed or tests,
girl,
I wouldn't. What? It was one day we were playing Jeopardy and we were in a team, and it was one guy in our team who was answering all the questions. I said, this is not for me. I don't know any of this. I'm not paying attention to any of this. I'm not really retaining any of this. And fast forward, my life happened. Life happens.
Y'all have to go to her Instagram because I'm seeing Sparkle and it's calling my name.
Life happens and COVID happened, and it kind of 360'd and I ended up back in fashion. And I realized it was my purpose because as soon as I got back into it, opportunities were coming.
Girl.
And it felt easy, and now I'm in the stage where it's feeling hard. But you have to keep going, and that's what I'm doing right now. And
drop your Instagram tag because I'm seeing Sparkle, and I'm like,
yeah. So I'm definitely I push that. You know, I push being one of a kind and unique, and that's what I want for my brides and anybody else who comes to me.
I mean, I'm not a bride per se. I'm trying to find an event to go to so I can wear one of these.
For sure.
You would wear that to just an event?
Yes.
What if it looks like just a regular event, like someone's wedding? Like you show up in a wedding dress at their wedding.
It'd be heavy on my heart. I be wanting to wear white so bad. I want to wear white so bad and sparkle. But I'm like, no, that's the rule. You can't undo the bride. Because I mean, I feel salty if somebody did that to me. But
I feel like if you're going to a wedding, and you know the environment, you know, and it doesn't always have to be a wedding. It could be any event. Because when I go places and I do events, I always want people to notice what I'm wearing, and that opens the door for me to say, hi, I'm a designer. And I feel even though may not be a designer, when you step into a room, you need to have that same attention. And when you feel good, you do good because you look good. So I definitely.
Oh, it's lit.
I was not knowing what you were doing there until I saw the whole video. But yes, y'all, her dresses are beautiful. But you make a good point. Like, I never thought about it. Like, when you do go, I mean, I understand, like, budget-wise, it may not work, but
that's the thing. You pay for what you want.
Right. So, like you said, like, you're paying thousands of dollars for a wedding just to wear something else somebody else wore.
Yeah. Why not spend the money?
A dress that's been mass-produced several times. So, that makes sense. I want a custom.
What's like the average cost for a wedding dress?
So it depends on what kind of bride you are.
For a custom or for off the rack?
Both.
Expensive.
It depends. It really depends because you could be the simple bride, the beach wedding brides where they have the lighter dresses, very simple, but you want a special lace on it. And then you have those brides who are they know what they want. You know, they're very dramatic. No. They just need to be loved a little more. But, you know, they know what they want and they want to really go out and do it. So it just depends on what you want. And if you want it, you'll do what you have to. And, you know, the good thing about my business is at the end of it, we can always do something with your wedding dress. We can, you know, put it in a frame box or, you know, make it into a different dress or take pieces from it, you know. So it's just all about I feel like that's a special moment. So
I was on TikTok and Calvin doesn't like TikTok, but he needs to join the club.
See, like I don't not like it. Like I've had so many people tell me positive stories about TikTok. I have a friend who actually like just being on TikTok got roles in commercials.
See?
Mm-hmm. So he's not all the way.
I'm not. I have a TikTok. Let's be honest, guys. I have one video on TikTok right now.
You came a long way.
Y'all need to go check it out right now. It's at 940 views right fucking now.
But she turned the scraps of her wedding. I guess she had it altered, but she turned the scraps of her wedding dress into lingerie.
See, yeah, there's definitely different things you can do with things.
I need like several pieces.
I had a client who had a prom dress, and her sister passed away and bought her the prom dress. So we redid it and made it her wedding dress. So
I love that.
Do you go to the weddings that you provide?
Yes, and that's always the best moment when they invite me. One, because I'm greedy. And so I'm like, oh, I wonder what kind of food they have. And also because sharing that moment with them, because you were with them the whole way.
Process.
Seeing your art walk like in the
and
light.
that becomes a moment where I can meet new people, meet my clients and stuff, and see love happen, and see my creation, just come to life. So
And we're not COVID free, but everything's opening up, so people are having more weddings now.
yeah,
So that's good. I would hate to have gotten
Were
married.
people getting married during like the height?
Yeah, like during
During what?
COVID.
Yeah, like the height.
they were
Yeah, but
doing
it
more
was
virtual and
In backyard.
damned.
And,
yeah,
I'd be mad.
Virtual wedding. Listen, I
All
want a
my
divorce.
life.
This is done online, so we're gonna do it the same way. We're gonna do all this online.
I waited for this all my life, and I do it
We
over
just
the
have to wait.
phone.
With
I
fam-
believe
that's
it'll
what it is.
end. But look, a lot of people had to postpone their weddings.
I'm glad I was single during that time. That's a lot of dedication because I ain't got the time.
See, that's actually my favorite part. Like hand stitching the stuff, because it's like you're really close to like your product. So I really like it's almost peaceful
Up close and
sewing it.
personal. I like it.
So
Okay. Yeah, I ain't do that. I'm a mom, not work. So it's definitely talent.
I've been to one wedding in my whole life.
really,
Really?
One.
I went from going from like when I was younger, like really wanted to go because I think my first wedding that my mom was talking about, like she went, and I'm just like, but I want to go to a wedding. My first wedding I went to, it was like outside. And then now the weddings that I go to, I'm just like, wow. Now I'm just
in-
all in weddings.
I'm in hella weddings. I have so many
Nah, I'm
bridesmaid
sick of
dresses.
that shit. She
Oh
said
my
I'm in
gosh.
hella weddings.
Oh my gosh. When am I gonna be the bride?
I've been
It's
the
coming.
one and only
Girl.
It's coming.
the one and only one I've been to. I was the best man. So like my expectations are so high for any other. Like
Oh,
I got
Lord.
treated like special. So like,
You're treated like
if I'm not
royalty.
treated like that at the wedding, I don't want to go.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna be disappointed because it's about me.
Did a
No.
whole speech and everything. It's crazy.
I've been hella bridesmaids. And then the worst thing about it is that nobody ever has the same color. So I've had to buy different dresses every single time.
Oh wow.
I'm like,
I didn't buy anything.
well, yeah, because y'all are simple. Black suit or mostly black suits. But I've had to buy different color dresses every single time.
I was in Navy.
I have that dress too. Well, I'll be having that dress in September. Because my cousin's getting married. And I'm like,
Damn, why do my cousins get
I
married?
love you, but we're going to Amazon. I'm not buying another $100 and something dress to never wear it again.
So you just buy it outright?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I wore every dress I bought, I've worn it one time, which makes me mad.
See, and this is what I say. Alterations. You can always
Make it into something different?
Exactly. Redo it into something
I
else.
should, because I have so many of them.
Yeah. I have a lot of clothes that I've redone into something else.
What's that called? What was it called? Upcycling?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Repurposing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that Ross and Round Rock? Is that Ross and Round Rock still done?
I think it's still closed.
That's fucked up. That's my Ross.
Mine too.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you bypassed this one?
Oh, fuck this Ross. I grew up on that Ross. That's my Ross.
I don't like this one over here.
Your boy wanted to go fight the hurricane or fight the tornado.
I was across the street. All my life, I had to fight. We were fine though.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's very
Has there ever
wild.
been a situation where like you're dealing with a client and they're just like too much?
Yes. Yes. And they actually made me stop what I was doing, look at myself, look at my business, because a person that I follow, Grant Cardone, he always says it's not happening to you, it's happening because of you. So I had to realize what is going on, because they were coming at me, you know what I'm saying, and I'm trying to stay professional, and I'm like, okay, you need to get it together and you need to handle the situation, because it could go left, like even because this is people's their day.
Yeah.
So a lot is riding on this. A lot of money is involved.
This is true, but I'm like, are you being real? Like for the client, I'm like, are you being realistic though?
But look, this
Saying
is
that to the bride is wild.
right. And this is where you have to build that trust again. Because it's a relationship. You have to build that trust again and let them know that I understand how you're feeling. I hear what you're saying. I have a job to do. and whatever that means is what that means. And this particular situation, it was just like, you know, all the way down to like them walking down the aisle, and there were some parts where I felt like I could have done better as a business person, as a business entrepreneur and stuff like that, especially with my team, my timing, maybe even how I handle situations. And so I have to kind of sit in how I can't move like this anymore. I need to fix this so that my business can actually be better. And so that's what I did, and I thank that experience because when I tell y'all, it knocked the shit out of me. Like it like, you know, it really humbled me.
Yeah.
It really did, because I had a great year, and you know, you start feeling it.
You start feeling yourself.
And it was very humbling. And I was like, I cannot move like this. And I have a sign that says, "Is it better than your last?" And I stopped looking at it. And I started feeling myself. And then God said, you better cut it out. He said, you better cut it. Right. And I was literally sitting there like, I have to do better. I'm focused.
He said, I'm going to take your hands.
Yeah. And so I'm moving different, and I'm definitely happy for that.
Look, God funny. He don't play.
Okay. They always say, if you want to make him laugh, tell him about your plans.
Yeah.
What you got going on.
I did that. He said, bring it on down.
No Dallas for you. You got the daddy hat on.
That's what God said. He said, you know what? Bring it on down, since it ain't gonna work. That's cool. I got my blessings out of it, so it worked out.
Yikes.
I did.
Where is it?
I've been changed.
I think it's just on the Facebook part of it. The little topic about the ghosting shit.
Let's get into it.
I'm king ghosting.
I've been both.
Right. Sometimes people don't need all that. You're doing too much, and I just need to leave.
Sometimes people, like you said, they're doing too much. I'm just like, I don't even want to give you the time to even explain why I don't want to talk to you no more, because you doing a little much.
You start texting, and you're like, why am I doing this?
That.
So, what, like, if you've been both and experienced both, like, what are you guys' thoughts? Because honestly, I don't see a problem with ghosting somebody. Like, you're grown. You don't have to. Everyone doesn't get a conversation.
So I was reading this on your Facebook, and I was typing. I was like, well, I've been to the point where I've been ghosted, but we've been talking for months, and I'm like, I don't know, we've been ghosted, and I wanted to know why. But then I'm like, bitch, but you ghosted people. And didn't tell them why. So I had to delete what I wrote.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's easier. It's not saying I'm a bad communicator, because I'm gonna communicate like my feelings. But like we said, it's like some people I don't want to do all that because you're not worth my time.
Yeah.
And it's clear.
I think after a while, we get it.
Right.
Like, you know, I understand.
If I haven't talked to you in 3 months, like, I know.
It's
like,
always those people, and then they write me again.
oh, yeah, no. Once
Hey,
I ghost, it's
stranger.
ghost.
I'm like, what? One person, I'm thinking about you. Why?
How?
Why?
They want closure.
For what?
Closure is only one-sided.
The door was never open.
Closure's only
I
one-sided.
peeked through the window.
Not even that. I tried to listen out. You know how you put your hand on the door?
Okay. I hate those. Like, hey, big head, what are you doing? No invite? I don't even remember your name.
Big head.
Because y'all know I don't save numbers.
I don't save numbers at all. I don't even know my own phone number.
I'm
you know
trying to
what
wait for you to throw something in to remind me, maybe.
Hey,
It's
send
terrible.
me a picture, because I don't. Send me a picture. Because I don't remember what you
No,
look
this
like.
is my favorite. Look, I don't even know if I say this.
Say it.
This is my
It's a safe
favorite.
space.
Like, this is my favorite. My iCloud is acting up. My contacts are tripping right now. Who is this?
I got a new phone.
Yeah.
I got a new phone.
Look,
Yeah,
my iCloud is not connected. Who is this?
Look, the 10 years I've had an iPhone, that's never been a problem.
this whole post, like this whole like drawn out, typed out paragraphs, because I think there's 3 pages, is coming from someone who's hurt.
Now,
Sure. They've been ghosted.
I mean, if you were in a relationship and your whatever just ghosted you, yeah, we need to have a conversation. Because what the fuck?
I don't think so. If you as an adult are with someone and you just don't feel like being in their space
And you're in a
anymore,
relationship,
I don't know, because if you were in a relationship for a little minute,
what's a little minute? Is there a time
less
frame?
than like 2 months.
okay, less than 2 months. At that point, it's all right.
Right, Right, we can go. So that's
See, what's
okay.
the threshold? Like, if it's 2 months, after 2 months, you got to
I would
communicate.
say if you're exclusive, long term, like you on the board of,
You
know,
going
we
over there?
Yeah,
Like,
you know,
okay,
we serious.
that's different. But I mean, like, when I see this, I'm talking in the sense of like just conversations. Like you might
Some
have kicked
people-
it a few times, like, but you've been kicking it on and off throughout whatever,
Y'all friends.
I'm gone.
and you just disappear one
We
day.
all friends, so there was never an issue to be ghosted. Like I don't owe you a conversation if we're just friends. If we're just kicking it.
But you've already asked, what are we?
I stopped asking that after a while. Because, you know, after a while I built a roster, so I stopped asking.
I tell
For
you,
nothing.
I was good with y'all. I'm good without you.
Okay.
So ghosting's cool.
Yeah. Knock you off. I replaced number 5. You know.
I just don't
he
need
gets-
the energy over. Like some people
That-
just don't. You don't want to give the energy to because it's just too. Like you'll say it and then they'll say something back and so you're like,
Damn.
I have to say something back, and so you're just sitting there and then after a
No.
while you're just like,
I met a guy. I forgot how I met him.
On
Maybe it
TikTok?
was on. No, I think it was on Hinge.
What's Hinge?
I don't.
It's ghetto. Well, you know, it kind of worked for me. Anyway,
Talk about it. I'm just like,
I met him on Hinge. You know, you talk to a lot of people, so you have a lot of people you talk to. And he wanted to see me, and I was like, bruh, I don't even know your name. I'm already not feeling it because you're doing too much too soon.
I want to see you doing too much too soon.
Yeah, I hate people like when they automatically they come out the first day we're talking. Oh, when can I see you? When can we hang out?
Get straight to the point. Yeah, why we gotta do all this talking?
Sometimes
Just talk in person.
I know who I'm going to
Right?
see.
Because what if
Is
you're
it
not-
worth my time?
Right.
Meet me in the public place. Go to
I
the
like to
mall.
eat, but
You ever been on
anyway,
a date and just not like had fun? Like the food sucked, the person sucked,
Yeah.
everything sucked.
everything sucks. That's why I'm like, this was a waste of time. I ain't make
Awkward.
it.
Just awkward because I'm just.
And I was
I'm,
catfish.
I'm terrible with faces. Like my face will be just, kind of just.
I'll fake it.
And then people always hit me with, "What are you thinking, huh?
I wasn't listening.
What?
But no, so he had like hella people in his house, and I'm like,
Whoa."
yeah. And then I don't know if this was true or not, but he was like, I have
Fucking
6 kids. I was like, how old are you? He was like, I'm 30, and I'm like,
6 kids at 30? It's doable.
it's doable, but why? And then he was like, yeah, I don't use condoms.
Oh.
I was like,
He
Well,
volunteered that information to you?
yes.
Oh yeah.
that's because
yeah.
he's looking for 7, 8,
He
9.
goes, I like to feel it. I'm okay. I get that.
Oh wow.
Which is, and then it was like, at first I thought he was joking because I was like, okay, you're joking.
dead
But then
serious.
he kept saying it. I was like, the math is math.
Get the hit. Get the hint.
Yeah, the math is math. And like, you got 6 kids. Because you
6
strictly
different baby
said,
moms or what?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
He
that's
just
tough.
be
yeah.
shooting the club up. Because he just like,
he goes on Hinge to look for the people.
yes. And I was like,
He scouts them out.
red
on
flags.
Hinge.
So I was like, yeah, I think I blocked him because I was just like, I ain't want to deal with that awkward. I don't want to see your number pop up.
Nick Cannon.
Nick
Yeah.
Cannon.
But see, Nick Cannon got some money. Like, I'd
Is
have
he getting
been.
married?
What?
Is he? Is that really? Is that
I
real?
think so.
I heard it was a
Is
music
that real?
video.
Just because it looks like a music video.
Right.
Really?
Oh.
I don't know. I saw the picture.
But he
I was like,
posted on his like Instagram
He posted
like
it everywhere.
He post, but it's still like the music video looking thing.
Right. And then I'm like, okay, is this the repeat baby mama?
he needs to stop doing
Is this
music.
a new
This
person?
better not be a fucking
Is she
music
a
video.
future baby mama? Like, I'm confused. Like,
He
who's
said consistency and discipline. It's what he's trying to accomplish. He's trying to really accomplish this rap.
you been
this
consistently a baby daddy.
he made an album, and it's like pure like sexual album.
What he did
That's
that?
what he make. That's what he make the
And I
babies
couldn't
to.
listen to the whole thing. I was just like, who
He made a
the
new
fuck?
album.
That's
His first
what he
one
makes
flopped.
those babies.
He
to.
needs to stop making music.
I thought he did.
No,
No.
this album was like this year. Like,
I'm about to go in the car and listen to it.
Okay, on my way home.
nothing but for you at least something laughter. I don't
I'm gonna
know
be
if
pregnant
it's
when I
too
get
much,
back.
or You just gonna
What?
No,
Just listening,
That's R.
You
Kelly.
gonna be a man
listening
or
to
some
music and getting
homeboy.
pregnant is
Like, I don't know
wild.
which one it is. Like, I couldn't get through the whole thing. I was like, I don't know how.
See,
I
like,
feel.
I can listen to R. Kelly and be just fine.
I don't
You
know if you're
know-
supposed to say that.
Because look, let me tell y'all something. I didn't realize,
Seriously, no, I'm trying to clear it up now. Listen to
Robert
his
did some
music.
crimes.
but okay, because when I was younger, y'all, and this is when CD players was out. I had my CD player.
Skip every once in a while.
Right, so don't walk too hard. Don't go.
When
Calm
CD
down.
come out,
Look,
your
calm
shit.
down. Okay,
They don't make
so
pockets
as
like
I
they used to
briskly
now.
was walking with my CD player, no, I took my parents' R. Kelly CD, and so I'm listening to it. I'm like, yeah, boo hootie, yeah, boo, you know, and I'm just damn on your boo, and you know, my stepdad is like, what are you listening to? And I'm like, okay, I'm not singing it, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize, you know, maybe why he was taking the CD from me, you know, until a little later and stuff. But I was like, I still listen to it
I was
today,
just
and I'm just
vibing.
like,
I mean, you can't just not listen to it. And he got hits after hits. So it's like me, you like Michael Jackson. You just gonna take away his music?
You can't take that from me. That was my childhood.
no, because
Right.
I'm still listening to
So
it
was R.
like
Kelly.
to this day.
In a non-perverted way.
I mean, age
made
ain't
good
but a
music.
number.
He do.
It's like-
it's hard.
He like told you what he was doing.
Do we get upset at
We skipped that
Chick-fil-A? You know what I'm saying? Do we get upset at Chick-fil-A?
That's the
a
lowest.
little racism. It's like racism plus like great service. So it's like,
You know,
what do you
so
really
they're-
want?
Because I'm upset. I'm upset. You know, when I like any other place where I'm just like Chick-fil-A would never.
Okay.
I had a friend who was like, he bless his heart. He's one of my good friends, but he's so moody all the time. He's like, you know, sometimes he's like F the world or blah blah. And we're like, friend, cut it out. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be good, better or whatever. And he was just like, one day he was like, hey, I'm gonna get a part-time job at Chick-fil-A. I said, you're not about to ruin their good reputation, okay?
Oh, no.
Like don't
do
Chick-fil-A. I was like, go to Popeyes or something. Like,
Have we been trained to think that Chick-fil-A service is just so great?
superb. Like,
Because that's just how service should be everywhere.
It should be, but McDonald's don't be giving that energy. Sonic don't be giving. I mean, they just don't give that energy. I'm like, you know what? Chick-fil-A would never.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was at Popeyes one time, and I think he cussed at me through it.
See?
I don't know if it was directed towards me, but I'm pretty sure he's like, "Fuck!" Like I'm like, "Okay, sir, I want red beans and rice."
And then I feel some
they're
type of
stressed
way.
out.
Right. And then I feel some type of way when they don't say my pleasure. I'm like, wait a minute.
What's that video? That guy who's like the car drives off and he like sprints after him. He's like dressed in a Chick-fil-A uniform. He's like, "I'm so tired. I didn't say my pleasure." Like, hell no.
I feel some type of way. I'm like, wait a minute. You changing it up. Why are you acting different to me?
But we love Waffle House, right? Like for the opposite. Like I like a little danger in my eggs every time I go to Waffle House. No.
you know,
We gon'
the last
Put a
time I
pin
went
in
to
that.
Waffle House, I was very, very,
drunk.
very drunk.
That's cooks too.
And I didn't know we went to Waffle House until I woke up and then remembered
The Grand Slam.
part of, you know, the scenes in the Waffle House. But when I tell you the food was still good.
I'm telling
food's
you,
good.
it's the violence. It like heightens the taste somehow.
And I was just like, wow, I'm surprised I didn't eat this last night.
We were in Houston, ironically. I went to a Waffle House, full blown argument with staff, and I'm just like, "Oh, this is it." I'm whispering to her.
Not that they got they got no walls. So you just like
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. This is what we came here for.
entertainment
Full
and
blown
dinner.
argument.
Yeah.
Full blown argument, and for whatever reason, they're still taking down your order on a piece of paper, and like they had no system. They'll charge whatever, whenever.
She wrote on
Did the
paper.
math on the calculator.
Wow.
And out there arguing and cooking. You said
What'd you get? What'd you order? Sorry, you don't even have my order in front of you. What'd you get? Eggs? Okay. How many? 3? Okay. A little danger with your eggs, yo.
Yeah.
They said after nobody but God energy.
And God forbid you actually see a fight, you know? Like, where are my eggs at? That's all you think of the whole
Right.
time. They squaring off, whooping ass. He's like, damn, I'm not cooking my eggs, am I?
But my food though.
bucket on table. That's what
Bucket on table, you know.
the drip is.
Oh.
Every single table covered. And they somehow still open for another 4 hours. Like, what are you guys going to do?
Lord.
Yeah, so ghosting's fine, right?
Yes.
It's acceptable. It's the
Ghosting's
new
cool.
age. I mean, it's whatever.
It's not even a new age. I feel like ghosting back then was so much simpler. Like, you just didn't have to show
Yeah.
up at the
They
club
went
no
to the
more.
army.
You just didn't have to show up where you used to go.
I haven't been out to the club in forever.
I haven't been to a club in, 3 years maybe?
When is the acceptable like cutoff
know.
like cutoff age?
I don't think
when
there
you
is
want
one.
to, I guess, because I am at the age now where I'm in the club yawning.
Checking emails and shit.
You know, I'm yawning, and I'm just and I'm just.
People are doing too much. Like, yo,
Like,
Where are we eating after
More
this?
cut off for is like, oh, we're celebrating our 40th birthday. Come to Club Infinity. We're popping by. Like, when is the cutoff for that?
40 don't sound right, I'll tell you that. I would tell you that.
I don't know if I even would want to have my 40. I want to have something a little more mature.
Yeah.
I would feel like I'd want something more mature. If I've had birthdays in the clubs, like, I honestly, when I was older, like, move over to maybe like.
I feel like at that time I should be my
Vacation.
It should be more upscale.
Like,
and organized.
Yeah.
Instead of like sending out a flyer.
oh, we're gonna be at Midtown celebrating our 33rd birthday. I'm like, Midtown.
We're gonna have
Yeah,
to
I
talk
need
about
an
flyers
elevated
too.
birthday.
Like, why the women on the flyers aren't at the actual function?
Cause I'll be looking.
Girl.
Cause I'm looking.
I'm like, okay, Photoshop.
Yeah, they get. Yeah.
And then don't let you go to the party. It's like, nobody here. You did all this hype.
You try to be real late, just so when you get there, there's more
Ain't
people.
nobody here.
You up in the Midtown?
Yeah.
Yes.
I used to work there.
Really?
I used to work there, and
Really?
on Sundays, the buffet was amazing.
I didn't know they had food.
Me
They
have
the
wings
buffets
and-
were. I mean, I don't know if they still
catfish.
have them, but when I used to work there, oh my gosh! And I used to help everybody, whatever. But when it was my lunch, I used to go and just look. It was so freaking because they have those big old chicken wings and stuff. Oh, I guess
I heard they were
know,
good.
but
I didn't know.
They have like big old chicken wings, and people
heard
like
those were
eating
poppin'.
chicken in the club.
Yes, with their little foil
Yeah.
thing. I mean,
Oh,
not
I had no idea.
the
I had no
to-go.
idea. I just every time I did go, someone's grandmother would try to like take me home. Like,
Look, Cal, you may get them free drinks.
Okay.
no.
I be hustling them old man. What can
Shorty
I get
dancing
you?
in the mirror for 45 minutes straight. Energy crazy.
I want a Hennessy. Give me a Hennessy and Coke, Granddad.
Yikes.
Yeah.
You going home with granddad?
Depends.
Literally.
I know.
Depends.
So stupid. Those are back in my 20s.
Yeah, definitely had the older woman call me sugar. What you doing tonight, sugar? Not you. I'm going home safely.
She got her social security. She
Should
want
I
to
make
spend
sure
it
you
on
were
you.
safe?
I bet she would have. No, thank you.
Cav, you missing out.
Nah, the things I would have had to
You
did.
talking about upscale birthdays? She would have made it happen.
Okay.
She would have made it happen.
Should've
What
made it happen.
cost?
A little sugar.
Nope.
Take one for the team.
What team? It's me. Ain't no team. Ain't no I in team.
Look.
I'm not fucking the old lady. Yeah, so Ghost in School. Midtown, still Midtown. I haven't been since the shooting.
What shooting?
There was a shooting.
When?
I haven't been since before that.
Yeah.
Was it before COVID?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't been since then.
I've been since then.
There's I guess they do comedy there now too.
Got to.
Shout out to Malachi. He's a comedian. We were supposed to go to a show. Rob was like, Calvin, do you want to go? I'm like, no, we don't got to go. Just because I say I'm going to go somewhere doesn't mean I got to go.
So you be flicking. You be ghosting.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, damn.
I'm like 50-50 with that. With the event ones. Because I try to go.
I tried to go. I just didn't
If I
leave
pay
my
for it,
house.
I'm going.
Oh, so I'm going to do that.
No, if
Right.
I pay,
For sure.
no, that's a lot. I'm going to be there on time.
And then I'm mad because I'm like, bro, I paid $20 for this.
You know, I went to a comedy show at a cigar lounge.
I love cigar lounges.
It was really good.
Where was this out in Houston?
Yeah, it was here. It was their first time doing it, and it was really good. It was on 12th maybe. But it was really good. It was 3 of the owners performed and a lot of other people. It was like the first one was like pretty high and then it kind of went like that a little bit, but towards the end and it was really good.
I haven't been to comedy shows since I was in Dallas.
I used to go. I don't know if I'm sure it's still when Spinners in the next door had Spinners Comedy Club. So like you can go to the club and then leave and then just go right next door to the comedy scene thing. That's the last time I went to like a comedy show.
Spinners trying to get it popping again with their little events.
I haven't been since the shooting.
Didn't know they were shooting there either.
Mad shootings.
It be dead there, like all day long.
I think I've ordered some like
Seafood?
Yeah, it was good.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Their turkey legs are better than turkey leg hot.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't had the
Turkey leg I heard is overhyped.
When they first were really starting, it was really good. I've went a couple times. It was really good. I haven't been since.
But now they need to humble themselves. Cause this one girl I was on TikTok.
The blonde girl.
With the
Yes.
yeah,
I was like, wait a minute. You
You
told me
gotta
I gotta be in dress code to pick up?
yeah. That was kind
Yeah.
They doing the most.
of. She could have waited outside. Can you get my food outside? I'm right here. I'm waiting.
Curbside?
We've talked about this before on the podcast when they implemented their $100 like.
Oh,
cover
reserve.
fee. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had Sierra on the pod. Shout out to Sierra. But we talked about that because like you have to put $100 down. But the way Sierra like explained to me at first, I was like, why would I spend $100 before I'm gonna spend $100? But again, those turkey legs are like fucking $30 each, and that goes towards that $100. So it's not bad. But I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it. Like you can't really super a turkey leg. It's a turkey leg at the end of the day.
Yeah. I think it's again the atmosphere. And
Yeah, the vibe.
all they have.
The clout.
And I mean, I guess they can do it because people are
We're
banging.
still going.
All the rappers are talking about it.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but I think Spinner's turkey legs are better.
I don't really want my meat stuff though.
Jesus Christ. Like you just want plain turkey?
I don't want meat that I don't want meat from other animals stuffed.
Why?
And your turkey leg?
I don't know. I'm worried about my shit being stuffed. I don't know.
Like you don't want a stuffed turkey leg?
No.
Why? What if you like the stuff it's stuffed with?
I want the shit by itself.
Then once you unstuff it.
I'm gonna eat that first, and then I'm gonna
Then
eat my turkey leg.
Yeah.
But to eat it all together, I don't want to do that.
Yikes.
Yeah. I like my meat unstuffed. Don't
So what
stuff
if you
my
have like a
steak.
bowl with just the same stuff?
Oh, that's different because it's prepared different.
So if there's turkey at the bottom and stuff on top of it?
I'll eat it that way.
Okay.
But to eat a physical
it's
turkey
great.
leg and it's stuffed, I don't want to do that. I know I'm weird.
Did y'all go to Spinners often? Like I've been a few times.
I went to a couple times.
My
I
brother
went
used to
there when
DJ there.
I went there when it was a club, and then I went there for trivia night.
Yeah, my mom a while ago used to do like hosting and stuff, so they had a lot of performances. I remember I lost my phone one time, like put it on top of the car, and we drove off.
Yikes.
And we came back trying to like just look for it, and finally looked across the street, and I was like, I think that's my phone over there.
It was over.
Oh my gosh, terrible.
I remember when someone drove their car through the Spinners window. I was just going to Spinners for I used to go to Spinners all the time because I grew up in Pflugerville. So
Right.
But someone drove their car through Spinners. That's why they had the remodel everything. They used to have a whole like stair section area like towards the window. Someone drove the car into that shit and they had to level it. I saw someone destroy their knees falling down those stairs before. Oh my gosh. Shorty fell like a long time, you know, when you fall and it's quick. She was trying so hard
Like
to stay
that girl
up.
on TikTok with those Bratz heels, and she fell on them stairs.
She fell for it felt like in the moment 10 minutes.
Oh man, just
The
imagine trying to
embarrassing.
get up from that. Just getting up from that.
As a friend, I would laugh, and I'm gonna help you out.
Because I'm that friend. I'm trying to say, "Are you okay?" But it's not coming out yet. But I'm really hoping you're okay.
Right in the back
And
of my head.
And then if I figure out you are okay,
I'm gonna keep
then I'm
laughing.
laughing even harder because why? Oh my god!
I'm doing I can't breathe laugh.
And I'm doing it while I'm trying to help you up.
Don't let me set the table with you because I'm gonna think about it and then laugh.
She
Oh
fell
my
hard
gosh.
too, but got up quick as fuck.
Somebody
Dusted her shit off. She was
Because
like,
that's what Beyonce taught her.
that.
I'm like, your knees is broken, lady. You out for the night.
I'm sitting down the rest of the night just with my drink.
little box.
Make it look cute.
Spanish used to be cool though. That's weird. You ever been in like the daytime just to hang out?
Nobody's there.
Yeah, facts.
And then when people are there, I'm just like, it's quiet. I mean, nobody's there.
Yeah.
But it's like people just, drinking a beer or whatever. It's never like a gathering. I don't know. I low-key miss going out. But then I'm like...
I don't like the people who... Like, I don't like going out because now I see how dirty people were prior to the pandemic. Like, we talked about this...
Several times.
And, like, people would literally... Like, we ran out of stuff. We ran out of soaps.
Hand sanitizer, bleach.
Like,
I'm like...
Stuff that you should already have, we ran out of. And I just, like, told me, like, y'all nasty motherfuckers.
Look, people don't be washing their hands. I'm like, wait a minute. Did you just leave this bathroom and then wash your hands?
I have been waiting
And I'm standing right here?
to encounter that, like, before they get out of the bathroom, because I'm always in the bathroom and I always miss who it is. But I have been waiting to encounter that person. So by the time they get out the bathroom, I'm out the bathroom as well.
I do at work.
And, ma'am, why did you... Ma'am, I didn't see you wash your hands. I know you didn't wash your hands.
The fact that they have to put employees must wash their hands signs in the bathroom is wild to me. Like, that's just common sense, but...
I think that's a health department, like, law.
No, it's a job thing. It's not like you don't legally have to wash your hands. It's not a thing. Look it up. Trust me.
I
Why are
believe
you
you.
touching your parts and then touching our parts?
Oh, because they be all up in there.
Like-
Literally, it's not like there's no law in place that says you have to wash your hands. That's why those signs are in place, and the employer puts those signs in those places to make you think
You
it.
made me not want to eat out no more.
I've been told you this.
I know, but
Been
when you
told
think
this.
about it, like, somebody that's making your food or
I worked in the restaurant
anywhere,
industry for a long time.
I know, anywhere,
I know.
they can just, like, literally come from the restroom, hand in the ass or their balls.
Here's your food.
And give
Would you
you
like some cheese on
breadsticks.
top? Yes, thanks. Yeah,
This is why we pray before we eat.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like actual like hard silverware at restaurants. I'll take the plastic, please.
I'd be wanting to do plastic, but I'd be forgetting. I'd be hungry.
I feel
So
like when
you
I'm trying to
forget.
stab stuff, like, the plastic one isn't as sturdy.
I'm like, damn.
I'm trying to cut my steak with that little plastic
Oh,
knife.
the plastic knife as well. Whole table shaking, going crazy. And you just gonna start eating it like one piece anyway. Fuck it.
Right.
I think we should probably touch on a subject that's touchy if you guys want to.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
I'm a man, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I think you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It depends.
Literally. Roe versus Wade.
How embarrassing.
I think this is something that has, garnered a lot of like attention conversation wise. This is something I did want to set up like a whole podcast episode about, but ultimately really doesn't matter what women are in place to talk about it in regards to it, because it's going to affect everyone,
Yes.
all like parts of life, all sexualities. But I do want to get, and I don't even want to say the word opinion. I want to more say like y'all's truths in regards to what that means to you, what it makes you feel. What mentally were y'all going through when you heard that?
I was like, bro, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So you telling me I can't do what I want to do with my body? If I want to get an abortion, I can't do that? I have to go to fucking Colorado to get, or I think New Mexico is the next closest state. But how are these men telling me what to do with my body? I'm offended. I mean, I just don't know what to do. Because now you're forcing me to do these things. Not even like forcing me, but even if it's medically necessary, I still can't do it. And
Yeah.
I feel some type of way about that.
I think it's more of a moral thing. And I feel like...
Which is fine.
Right, but I feel like a lot of people pick and choose when to be moral.
Yep.
And I feel like if you're going to do this, are you taking into account of everything else that you have already done?
Right.
And I feel like it's nobody's business, because
Exactly.
we are all sinning. So why are we picking and choosing which sin is more important? Because there are so many predicaments that happens with this. it's not just one-sided. There's so much that you have to take into account on why they would be there.
But you're also forcing your beliefs on everybody.
Right. And we're supposed to be the country of the free.
Right. I don't feel free. And then it's not only like not only like the case of Roe versus Wade, but I'm like, they were able to overturn that. It scares me to think of what other things can be easily overturned.
Yeah.
Like slavery. I think there were talks of Brown versus Board of Education they were looking into next. Just a plethora of different things. I'm just like, honestly, it's scary to be an American living in America, like overall, because like I don't know what else you want to put your hands on and touch.
Yeah. I think that's probably why other countries kind of laugh at us.
I don't blame them.
It's just, it makes it scary to think of the future.
And your kids' future. And
right, because you don't know what's going to happen, but you're trying to take it day by day like you're supposed to. You're still trying to, make a living and follow your dreams, but in the back of your mind, you're still like, there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot happening.
A lot of people, especially the Black community, they're taking their homes and putting them in other countries. Like they're building residencies somewhere else, like Mexico and other communities. So there's Facebook groups for that. And I'm kind of like, I wouldn't mind living in Mexico. But that's a lot, too.
Yeah.
So it's just scary that, it's scary that we have to think that, damn, I might just have to move to another country and get accustomed to a whole other life that I've never been accustomed to. But yeah, the whole Roe versus Wade is really scary because a lot of people need it medically. I mean, it's not a reason why you need it. I mean, you can get it for whatever reason. That's your choice, but let it be my choice.
Yeah.
Of why I want it or need it or whatever the case may be. But some people, like Texas is one of them, we don't have the option where we can just go to Planned Parenthood or wherever to get these services.
Yeah, and then when it comes to us being the United States of America, I think that's what's funny to me. Because every single state has its own rules and regulations. And the fact that there are some states that are like, that's perfectly fine, it's your choice, your body. And then there's states that are like, nah, yo. Like, how can't we be on the same page?
Yeah.
And I always use this example as far as like how not together we are. So when the pandemic started, there was rules in place per county.
County.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is as small as a county line, right? Like if I drive on I-35, I'm probably going to, like if I go far enough, I can probably cross 10, 15 counties in about 2 hours.
Because you even said in this part you had to wear a mask, but in this county,
exactly,
you didn't have to. And then with Austin, they're like right here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you easily cross lines.
So it's so fundamentally fucked up at the county level, and now, not now, but like it's so fucked up at the state level too. But we haven't even figured out the county shit yet.
That.
So imagine, because when, again, I use this example a lot, but like I remember when it first started, like I didn't have a mask originally, but in Travis, you needed one. In Williamson, you didn't.
Yeah.
So I could literally just drive to the Round Rock Walmart and just get groceries because I didn't have a mask originally when it first started, right? I didn't like run out and get one or whatever, but
They were all sold out or overpriced.
Yeah. Exactly. So like I needed to get groceries. So I couldn't go into the store up the street. I had to go to the one here in Round Rock just to get groceries. Right. And it's fundamentally fucked up because I think people push all the time, go vote, go vote, go vote. Well, we did that.
Yeah.
And then nothing changed. It's actually worse than when we were all like gung-ho going to vote. I'm like, let's go Obama. Like my first time voting was 2012. His second stint, right? So like everyone was like vote, 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 vote. But what people really don't fundamentally understand is like no matter what president you vote for, if in their tenure there's no Supreme Court nominees that are needed, they can't do anything.
Yeah.
And then Trump comes along and he has two options. He got to choose two of those people who made that decision ultimately. And it's wild to me that like the government is so trying to be hands-on with certain things, but
sounds like with
leeway
everything.
of everything.
Yeah. Like I tell people all the time, and I preach it, it starts at the local level. Because how do you think these people become higher up in their political careers? They started as mayors, council members, senators. So you have to vote locally because those people become Ted Cruz,
Yeah.
Greg Abbott.
And I don't even know if that even works either, because like ultimately, like let's say of a person that we actually really like in government does become mayor or whatever, that person probably isn't going to go past that stage because they're not going to share the views of the state they're being the mayor in.
Yeah.
True, but then Trump became president, and he ain't got no political background.
like the guy, I know y'all get the text messages and the phone calls. Is it Beto?
Yes.
Beto O'Rourke?
Yes.
O'Rourke?
Like still, a guy is running and has not got and
That's what I'm saying. Like you can be like as positive as you want. Politics is politics. Politics are super crazy. Like it's so convoluted. It's a lot. Like you can be that. You can be a nominee. You can have people like push for you and things like that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, this is the state of Texas,
And we're a red state.
and that's what people don't understand. Like there are those majority little cities that are out there that are within the state of Texas.
But
like,
it's the majority.
All red. Like there's not a single minority in that actual city. And you don't think about that. Like, there's Pflugervilles everywhere.
Yeah.
But just all white folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And one thing I did learn, not only just doing a little more research, I think it's called Sunset States.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I saw that on TikTok.
Well, I mean, I read a book about it. But
Well, they kind of shortened it for me. 'Cause, I have a short attention span.
yeah.
Robert, can you do me a favor? Can you type in Sunset States?
And I actually want to buy the book because they go more into depth of these, not even like states, but it's more like areas.
It's cities.
And yes, and honestly, I guess it's more of my ignorance. I didn't know this was a thing. That you can mingle around the people during the day, but let it be dark. You actually need to be in that house.
Do sunset cities in Texas.
Well, don't show me that because I'm gonna be paranoid.
Oh, you pass by them every time you go to Dallas. Sundown, not sunsets. So there are. I think it's that first one there, the Wikipedia thing.
Wiki? I'm sorry, Wikipedia is my research source. It's not reliable, but it's my source.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the cities in the state that participate in sundowns. Sundown means when the sun goes down, you can be as racist as you want to be.
Yep.
That means these cities are only going to allow like white people within their city after the sun goes down, and these clearly still exist here in Texas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Terrell, Texas. Where is that at?
Somewhere we don't want to be. We don't want to go.
It sounds familiar, but I can't pinpoint. I'm gonna look it up later, but
There's
I can't
a Terrell.
pinpoint.
I've never heard of Terrell before, but like these are the cities that participate in that, and it's within their legal right to do so. Mm-hmm. Right. So like I know a lot of people are angry about the decisions that the government's making overall, but like it's really state specific. Like every state has its own whatever ridiculous laws,
Yeah.
right? So those things are weird. Like if the president doesn't agree with this, he can't do anything about it.
Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. But yeah, people just have to educate themselves, especially minorities, not just black people, but minorities in general. But yeah, I recently found this out, and I was like, oh my god, this. I mean, honestly, we're still living in racism, but I never even heard of sundown towns.
Yeah, and again, it is sundown. I said sunsets.
I know, and I'm over here like,
sunsets
yeah,
are like so
sunset.
nice. Like sundowns, it makes more sense. But like that's crazy. So like in regards to the decision that was made for the reversal, how do you guys think it's going to affect women moving forward? Like because I've seen people come out and say, "Yo, okay, the actual act of it isn't what's going to hurt people.
Right.
It's going to be the people who are just going to do it anyways."
Yes.
And that's going to be one of the major, like, I guess, physical issues that may proceed with people, and with women moving forward is how they get it done. Not
So-
providing a safe space to have it done.
Like to get an abortion done, or just?
Yes.
I mean, there's been companies that offered, compensation for people that need to get an abortion for whatever reason. They don't ask questions. But after Roe versus Wade was announced that it was overturned, I think it was in Texas, one doctor's office overnight had 40 something inquiries regarding tubal ligations. The
I don't know,
rise.
what is that?
Getting your tubes
when you
tied.
get your tubes tied.
Oh, okay.
And then the same with vasectomies, because people are just like, look, I want to have this choice over my body, which you
Yeah.
should, but I just see like the whole healthcare industry is just it's changing. And I think there was a talk about birth control as well, that they're taking away birth control and condoms, and I was like, bruh.
I think I was talking to a friend about this, and I felt like mentally it'll be harder for women. I feel
It's
like
hard now.
I know this might be a far-fetched thing, but like suicide rates,
Yes.
especially in young, pregnant
children.
teens, they're still gonna do it. Mm-hmm. And that just being a lot harder, and there's a lot of women who are doing this, and just that having to kind of carry that with them in whatever like situation it is.
That not only that, you can force people to have children. You can't force them to be
Yeah.
parents, and that's the scariest part, because now there's children who are either going to be neglected, abused, and abandoned, which creates more issues for the state side as far as like
That's-
CPS and
that's already
foster
an
care.
issue.
And people are like, oh, well, you can just give them up for adoption. Again, we're going into foster
same
care.
cycle.
Yeah, we're going into the same cycle, because not all those kids get adopted. A lot of them actually age out.
Yeah.
So it just creates problems all around. So it's like you said, it's a mentally it's hard, especially for people who haven't had to deal with these things. But when it comes to be your turn to have to be like,
Yeah.
I really can't have this baby. Now I have to like really figure out what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. And I
So-
don't even think I feel like the US is not even in the best financial state to really have all these kids coming,
Okay.
So it's just like with everything happening and all these food industries going, it's just like so much stuff going on to where it's just like, we're already in debt. How are we
Yeah.
gonna we're already in debt. Like, how are we gonna be paying for all this healthcare?
And you got the audacity to tell me what I can do with my uterus.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
The audacity,
I honestly, I think. I mean, I've heard, reasons of like the minority versus majority thing,
I've heard
and
that
trying
too.
to keep that under wraps, and
Yeah.
But I'm like, and I think that's what also is attributing to the shootings. But I'm like, you've been like at this point, you're becoming a minority.
yeah,
Are you pressed?
Maybe. I think that I don't think I know, but like in certain communities, there's more like Planned Parenthood centers
Yeah.
versus like they don't want the Caucasian people
demographic
to,
thing.
not have children. So it's affecting everyone versus in our communities where like, yeah, Plan B on the corner of here. Plan
Right
B
next to the
here.
liquor store.
Let's make it so
Convenient.
accessible for you as women. So I don't know. I'm not talking about it because I think that there is still going to be a level of action for men too, just in regards of thinking before doing,
Yes.
which I
On
always
both
do.
parties too, not just men, because women can lie and be like, "Oh, I'm on birth control."
yeah.
Oh yeah, that little thing in the arm,
Yeah.
and then they be pregnant next week.
Or just not being responsible. So it goes on both, like men and women, not just men.
Yeah, I'm not busting in nothing. I'm cool.
I'm holding my shit in. I'm holding it in. So yeah, it's just really just being responsible. Just because now you really have to think about it. Because who says Plan Bs will be available tomorrow?
You ever use the Plan B? I'm just kidding.
That's another story we're not gonna get into. We're not gonna talk about that, Calvin.
You got the daddy hat on, man. This is what comes with it.
Yeah, I'm the zaddy too, and that's why we're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah, that's wild. But I was right. It's Sunset Towns too, right? Sunset sounds so nice.
Like Sunset City.
It sounds so nice.
You're like, oh, I've never been to a sunset town.
Yeah, you never coming back.
Yeah, you go looking at the sunset. This is so nice.
This is your last one. Jesus
No
Christ.
funeral, literally. Sundown.
Non-whites via. Whoa. Yeah, that's too much. I found out about this. I was reading something, and I was like, "This can't be the truth. Like, there can't literally be fucking
Was
cities."
it on TikTok?
It was not on TikTok because you don't read TikTok. Do you? Well, kind of you do.
I'll
Right?
be in them comments.
No, I don't do that.
I do. I be reading.
I have a TikTok,
Yeah.
guys. 940 views
On one video.
on one video.
Not even making videos and getting
Hot pot.
one view.
It's hot pot. It's lit.
I don't make them no more. I got tired of making them.
I know
I
it's
put all this
stressful.
work in to get like 15 views. But somebody makes a stupid
Yeah.
ass video and gets 1.2
Making a
million.
grinder
I get better.
sandwich.
I
Yes.
get better like reactions from Instagram than TikTok.
Yeah, I'm like, this is the ghetto. Or I make it on TikTok and then post it on Instagram.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that'd be favoritism. But
What's
whatever.
my TikTok name? I don't even know.
See? I do have my TikTok favorites though. When I feel sad, I'm like, you know what? What Black Cameron doing? If you know, you know.
I don't know.
Robin knows.
Why does she know?
If you know, you know.
All right. Was there anything else you guys wanted to jump into? I don't want to end with
A sad note.
the negative
Yeah.
stuff. So maybe think about talking about one other thing. What's positive? Can we talk about why Robert was in Houston without me?
Okay, I was gonna say that, but I was like, is Robin there without Calvin?
Yeah.
Cause where's Calvin?
Yeah. Where
Cause he
was
posting
I?
the same shit she posting.
Where was I at?
But Robin out here doing her thing, so I wasn't gonna say
Outside.
nothing.
She was outside the whole weekend.
Look, Robin was feeling herself, and I was here for it. I was here for it. Cause I was like, this is going on week 2. So either Calvin is there or Calvin's there, just not in the picture.
Wait, hold on. Let's talk about this one picture though. Like, if we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. Cause I was feeling myself. I'm trying to grow up, you guys, just a little bit.
You know how to spell your name?
I know, I was like, is that how your name is on Facebook?
Sorry. It was a mess, but where's it?
Oh, not Blue Faces, girl.
Shrimp be
Oh, that girl gets on my
I
nerves.
say get your little dummy that's gonna listen. I say I think not. Thank you.
She gets
Who
on
is
my
she?
nerves.
How'd you see-
This is something.
I don't know. Has he taken her back?
Yes. She got
She
that
got one
tooth.
tooth or something,
Did you
right?
see the tooth?
And with the little thing with him on it?
Yes.
She got like 3 tattoos with his name right here,
Oh,
right here,
his-
right
Don't she have her,
here.
She
don't her,
yeah.
I think I seen her with a neck
Oh, his
shit.
P. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, girl, you was giving obsessed, and I'm not here for it.
I hope they stay together forever. Because, baby, if they don't, she's gonna be hurt.
If that's my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him was a person,
What you
that's
talking
her.
about?
Look at Robin just giving.
Outside.
Robin was giving, okay?
This is the boost.
I want to go there. I was like, okay, I
What
want to
is
go somewhere. I want to go.
Look at, go to the website.
Yes.
Because we went to something similar. I don't know if it's similar to the one in Houston. No, was it in Houston?
It was
Was it Dallas?
Dallas, you said, because it's
The-
on my list.
Yeah, that was the Dallas one, right? Oh, they both called that?
Probably.
I think the one in Dallas was like the Black Girl Museum. I mean, they're not different, but this one was the Museum for Black Girls.
And it was given.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Not even for me. Like, I felt it more like with my. I mean, for me too, but then. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Then it was so.
Oh my gosh.
I absolutely loved it. Okay, now this one was not there, but.
Was it like section like the one in Dallas where it was like
they had
booths?
different sections. I wish I could like connect my phone and show you all this on my phone. Oh, this one says different though. Let's say Houston.
Is the one in Dallas still open?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
Oh, they have Instagram. Is that right?
They're still up?
Yeah.
The one on Dallas. I mean Houston.
They had a whole bunch of different like
Oh, I love it.
I took a picture on this one, but there was just so much, just going so fast already. I hate it.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's
so
giving,
much
though.
It's
to
cute.
take in. So
Oh
much
my
to
gosh.
take in. I just want to find pictures, but they did that. Okay, I know it's it's that Beyonce song, but they're so
I thought Tim's was a man.
Really?
Before I saw her, I was like,
Like, you didn't know
This
the
ain't-
voice?
the voice sounded very,
Really?
very deep-ish. Like,
What
you know,
songs are you listening
Yeah, for real,
to?
what is she saying?
Wait for you. by
Really?
Future. Yeah, I was like, that's a man.
What man?
Oh, maybe like Sammy. You know how Sammy used to sing? He used to be
Yes.
high pitched.
And I'm like, that's a female. Because I listen to music before I know who the artist is. So when I see them, I'm like, oh.
I'm trying to figure out how is your imagining like skills.
I don't know.
Like
I thought it was a chocolate, beautiful man.
She thought of it like back in the day when you used to hello. Oh, he just looks so like.
And that's how Tim's, and I was like, this is a woman? I'm here for it. But I was like, oh. Okay.
Was
I'm here
painting
for
there
it.
too? Like, was it bigger than the one in Dallas?
Yeah, it was. It was probably the same size. This one took me back to my childhood though, because there's like this.
The hot
I was like, oh my gosh, I can feel the heat.
The heat.
On my
And the
neck.
grease popping on your neck.
Oh man, I just want to find this.
I smell the grease now.
Sick of that.
I hate grease now.
They had like this essence wall, like
Oh my
all
gosh.
these pictures. They had. I just want to find pictures. Like, I don't want to see all these videos. There's a picture of this right here. It's sent to all the ladies of the place of style and grace. I took that.
Do they have ring lights everywhere?
They did not.
I will bring my own.
No, the one in Dallas had like mad ring lights.
Oh, how cute.
It would have been fire if there was like real champagne.
That.
But it was like, and you think of, like, sometimes when I think of Houston, there's like the snooty, like, don't talk to me, I'm better than you type of females there for me. Like, sometimes when I
Oh, they be in Dallas.
That's
I
everywhere.
sense that. And
In Round Rock,
they're
too.
like, at least being in that building, it was like women coming up to you like, oh, do you want me to take a picture of all of y'all? And oh my gosh, your outfit looks so good. I love y'all's coordination. Like it was giving like loving black women in there. And
It was
I
giving
like,
sisterhood.
I am here for this. Like there was no like negative energy in there. It was just all love. So just nobody took a picture of this wall that I want to see though. Anyway, they had like this. I don't even want to quote it wrong. Hold on, because
It's called the Museum of
Museum for Black Girls.
Four.
Oh, the one that you have on your Facebook?
Yes. So this wall right here, it had a note on the side. If you let me pick these notes on the side, it was like, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just grab a card. And it's like women who have left cards there before you, right? And then you grab a card, and it resonates with you a little bit. And mine was, I can show you. Mine, don't let someone mold you into something you're not.
That part.
Right? It was like, damn, it's like a word you knew you didn't need. Like you needed, but you didn't know. Like
You needed to hear.
at that moment, it was just. My best friend's though, like hers. Let me see if I can pull hers up. It was just.
I'll need you on mic if you
She
Get on mic.
cried. Hold on.
tell us about this parents on mic.
She cried after hers, like in full blown.
Whose birthday was it?
It was my friend Destiny's birthday. She cried after hers. It was just like, sis, keep going. Don't give up. Like, I know you're going through hard times.
Oh, she's pretty.
But yes.
It's probably set to friends because Calvin and her ain't friends.
I mean, she hasn't requested a friend request. Who do you want me to do?
You know.
You know, add her.
She was in like full blown tears. Like, I don't think she understood, but we were celebrating her birthday. Got her drunk on the last night. It's funny as shit. But yeah. But like, just beauty. Like,
Melanin magic.
it was so cute there. Absolutely loved it. That video is funny as shit. We were literally like hunched over singing the song. Like, I don't know why, but it was like, I was like, I need this shit. It's so funny. I think we were singing Lovers and Friends. We were lit.
Aww.
I wish she posted it. I thought she did, but yeah. It was definitely 10 out of 10. Recommend anybody to go. Like, so much fun. So much fun.
Don't let me pop up to Houston real quick.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm there all the time.
I never heard of it. Before, I don't know why it's not being pushed.
Yeah.
They'll push fucking the waffle bus, but they won't do that.
Yeah, it was definitely a vibe. Definitely a vibe.
It's a vibe.
But yeah.
I was here for it. Robin was enjoying herself.
Same.
If you were bored, just say that.
I mean, your boy be working.
So
Your boy be working. Was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about before we get out of here? We got pictures to take. Anything else? I feel we covered a lot.
Free
We
Britney.
did.
Oh. Shit.
I'll end on another bump. You'll have to talk about something else afterwards. Like,
God damn it. Yeah, free Britney.
Just free Britney. She did her time.
Because
For a little weed.
Can we say that? Because we can we say she did her time, or she
I
did
mean,
it
there's
somewhere
people
else?
in jail here that did their time for a little
but
weed.
they made
too.
a good point. They said if it was an NBA person, they would have been fighting hard to
If
get
it was
them out.
LeBron,
They would have been. It would have been free LeBron till the day. Till they would have been talking about it.
that
It would have been an event.
hashtag.
I don't think that, because he's already spoke out about it.
But he
has?
wasn't there. He ain't in Russia.
Yeah, if he was, he would have a team in place to make sure that don't happen.
True.
Yeah.
But
And we
Britney
not-
don't make that much.
We don't
so.
act like Britney doesn't make money. I've been watching Brittany Garner since she was in high school. She actually, her state finals game played Pflugerville High School here at the Frank Erwin Center. I've been watching this girl for a long time. I know her sister personally.
But the
who's a
WNBA don't make no money.
Whose
Not like the
fault is that?
NBA. It ain't our fault. It's the
y'all's-
commissioner's
It's
fault.
y'all's fault.
I'm gonna get
Just
into
kidding.
WNBA.
Let's go to the game.
I'm gonna support my women.
Let's go to a Wings game.
I don't know the
What's
Sparks.
the Wings?
Who?
Yeah, the Dallas Wings.
I don't know the Sparks.
You be in Dallas all the time, but you ain't see their billboards.
I barely watch the Mavericks. What you mean? I am LA.
Yeah. Yeah, free Britney. I don't. Yeah,
Free Britney.
No, we don't get into it because it's a whole
For
lot.
little weed. Just free Britney. Free people that's in prison here for little weed too.
When it was illegal, yeah, for sure.
Weed
No,
should be legal. I'm
it should
sorry.
be legal everywhere.
It should be legal. It don't hurt nobody.
Us in
Now crack.
2048.
That's a different story.
Not crack. Us in 2044. Weed's legal in Texas. We're
That
gonna
would
be lit as
never
hell.
happen. That would never happen.
Anything else you guys want to talk about? I think that's about it. I think we've talked about a lot of shit. I'm glad you say Brittany. Maybe we start the next episode talking about Brittany 56. But yeah, this is a good episode, guys.
It was.
Yeah.
Conversation was cool. We
Glad
talked
to be
about a lot of
back.
stuff. She's back on the scene with the daddy hat, but not ready for the daddy conversations.
My personality is no more daddy, but you know, it's still deep down inside.
Dope. Again, anything else before I close it? Close.
I can't think of nothing, so
Yeah.
just free Britney.
Free
R.I.P.
Brittany.
Kobe. You know.
R.I.P.
For sure.
Carby. Carby. Kobe.
Ooh,
See, I'm sorry, Kobe.
disrespectful. Just disrespectful.
Hey, look at that. Who?
Right?
Who?
Huh?
All right, this is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 55. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you guys for listening.
Bye.
Peace.